Hey everybody, welcome to Cowboy Leonard Shoe Repair. It's another slow day here in the shop, but we did get a chance to get out and not get out, but to sit down and do some stuff this morning. We put together a couple pieces. I got out some black leather. I figured I'd make some Civil War reproduction things like this officer's valise, and made the flap holster, put the, I don't know if it comes up down there, it says US, 7-foot reins, and this headstall with the US solid brass. Everything on here is solid brass. One of these days I'll get out the I'll get the measurements and maybe I'll build one, make a video on it. And we got the startings. I got 2 of these cut out. They're cinches or girths, excuse me, for the McClellan saddles. But that's what we've been doing, just putting stuff together, trying to keep ahead of the curve. We don't sell many of these girths, but I know as sure as I don't have one made up, somebody's going to buy it or need one. The Civil War stuff sells. This is about time of the year when people start looking at their stuff and wanting to get new, but I would imagine things right now are a little slow with this crud that's going around. But at least it gives you a chance, gives me a chance to get some stuff together. I've got some other projects that I've been working on. Excuse me. I just, you know, they're in different stages of completion. Like I say, just hanging in there, trying not to be bored, having fun doing what I'm doing. I say shoe repair business is down, leather business is down, but it'll pick up one of these days. I got faith. This can't last for too long, but you know, it's bad. I can't say it. I mean, it's just other than it's bad. They got people scared, which is, you know, if you're older, I understand the concept, you know. But again, it'll be over, and it'll be back to business as usual, hopefully. Excuse me. But you know, if you want to get into this business, get in small. Start out. Don't go out and buy, you know, all this fancy stuff you see listed on the internet. Some of that stuff is a little overpriced for my taste. You know, a man starting out can't afford that unless you got a lot of money to waste. Because if you don't find that you buy stuff, you buy all this fancy machinery, you know, those, I'm not going to mention who sells them, but 2 of the major leather distributors and leather supply houses. And oh, I've just lost train of thought. Anyways, yeah, don't run out and buy all this brand new stuff. Yes, it's handy to have, but when I started out, I cut everything out by hand. I hand sewed everything. And as I made money, I bought a piece of equipment. Worked it, got a little bit better at the craft, got a little bit more money in my pocket. I had a golden opportunity to buy a leather shop out that was going out of business. So I fell into a good deal there. Excuse me. But, start small. Don't jump in. Don't try and make big stuff. Make small stuff. Wallets, key fobs, stuff like that. Stuff that you can take to flea markets or wherever, put it on eBay and sell it. And don't, if you make stuff and you put it on eBay and it doesn't sell fast, don't give up hope. I've heard people say, I can't make stuff and I can't sell it. Well, you can make stuff. The only limitation is your imagination. If you can't imagine something, draw it on a piece of paper, and you don't need to have one of these computer programs to make stuff. If you got a pencil, a paper, and a ruler, and an eraser, you can basically draw anything. If you can take a ruler and draw a straight line, take a jar cover and put a indentation in it, or whatever the case may be, there's your pattern. Put it on a piece of cardboard, something, save it. And you can make simple stuff. You don't have to get into the complicated. But like I say, I've talked to people, they make stuff and it looks nice. I said, well, why don't you put this on eBay, or why don't you try and sell it? Oh, it's not good enough. Well, you gotta start someplace. But, everybody's gotta start someplace. You can't, you have to learn to walk before you can run. Everybody out there that does leather crafting, they started out someplace. They watched their dad, their grandfather, and they picked it up. You take a piece of leather, you take a sharp knife, key point sharp, because a dull knife will cut you, and it'll hurt worse than if you've got a sharp knife and cut yourself. But like I say, start out small, work your way up. And there's people out there on YouTube that you can watch. I mean, you've got Bruce Cheney out in, I believe it's Gainesville, Texas. I even watch him because he comes up with some real cool stuff. You've got Don Garza or Gonzalez. He's also out of Texas. He does some fantastic hand tooling. And he's got pattern packs. Pay $5, $10, $15 for a pattern pack. Be well worth your money and your time. There's so many people I can't name that are on YouTube that will show you step by step of what they're doing. They even show you, if you get a side of leather, where to get the best yield, where the thickest part is, where the thinnest parts are. You got, just follow along. What they do, what I do, may not be comfortable for you to do it. I mean, everybody has their way of doing things. Just start someplace. Because I myself think that handmade leather goods, wallets, purses, belts, you name it, if we get it back to making it here in the United States, it just brings one more thing back here. Our boots, our shoes, they're made out of this country. As a shoe repair shop, I see stuff coming from these other countries, I'm not going to name them, that they're garbage. They're made to wear out, throw them out, go buy another pair. Your major boot manufacturers, Justin, Acme, you name it. They make very few boots here in the United States anymore. Yeah, some are made in Mexico. I don't care, because Mexican manufacturing is great. Some of the best that I've seen hand tooling on saddles comes from Mexico, or the company has Mexicans working on it. So, I don't throw Mexico under the bus. These other countries, I hope that we could maybe bring a lot of the manufacturing. I don't care if it's